Hi everyone, my name is Karinzza Voyles and I'm a student in the Media and Entertainment Department at CSU Pueblo. This video is part of a series designed to introduce you to some of the amazing faculty we have in this department. In short, we're showcasing how their combined industry and academic expertise provide our students with invaluable education and mentorship. Today, I'm here with Professor Shahrzad Dadgar, who we all call Sherry, who teaches our film and television courses. Sherry, thanks so much for joining me today.
Thanks so much for having me, Karinzza, on your show.
Thank you. I really appreciate you taking your time out of your day to do this. All right, so first question. For the students who don't know you outside of CSU Pueblo, can you please introduce yourself and explain what you teach, please?
At CSUP, I'm an assistant professor of media and entertainment. My focus is mainly on anything related to camera work. Studio work, single cameras, acting, editing. I do think that I'm teaching all the coolest stuff with all due respect to my colleagues. In general, that is a great experience to be able to work in this amazing studio as well as working with our body of students that they all have stories that want to tell and they are looking for a skill set and the encouragement and some sort of discipline to push it through. But my background is mainly freelancing in movie and film industry, from short films up to feature films, and also I got into grad school right after freelancing. I got into grad school, and the feature film that right now I'm finishing is a part of that project. So I'm a filmmaker, producer, director / educator / photographer.
Awesome.
That's what I do out of school.
Awesome, I love that. What's something about you that your students might be surprised to learn about you?
They might be surprised that I'm learning in the classroom as much as they are learning. They are my sources of inspiration. They are keeping me sharp. They are making me do the work and being a great educator every day. And it's kind of fun to relearn stuff every day as the tech changes.
Awesome. So they're like learning, it's like a 50-50 thing, like you're learning and they're learning.
I do believe so. That is my experience as an educator in the classroom.
Awesome.
I'm a curious human being. You
Awesome.
learn about that.
Yes, yes, of course. Can you walk us through your journey into film? What first inspired you to pursue this path?
Photography. I've been always obsessed with photography, still images, something that somehow you can capture the moment into the infinity. But after doing photography, both analog and digital for a couple of years, I felt it's not satisfying my artistic soul anymore. Yeah. And I felt like I want those images to move. I need a little bit of photojournaling, and also we had these collages that we were telling a story with the pictures, and I was like, oh, I want them to be more interconnected. That is one of the reasons that I admire filmmaking as an art the most. Cinema is the glorious art among all of them.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
I love that. I love that. What were some defining moments or mentors that helped shape your career and your creative voice?
There has been so many great mentors. I would say I want to give a shout out to my writing professor back in Iran. His name is Saeed Aqiqi. He is one of the most genius writers and authors alive as of now. I was his student for a couple of years in his workshops about screenwriting, writing dialogues, tone, advanced character development, all of that. And he pushed me really hard. And then after I had already moved to America and I was living a life here and I wasn't even in touch with him for years, one of my friends told me that he had devoted a part of the chapter of his latest book on my short film.
Oh, wow.
About teaching and bringing a great example of episodic short film screenwriting. So I'm pretty honored that I basically got that goal done.
That's awesome.
Thank
That's
you
really
so much.
awesome.
Thanks for saying that.
Of course, no problem. What was your first real experience working in the film industry, and what did it teach you?
Tough, super tough. I do think film industry, even though it may sound it's super fun and energetic and dynamic, there are a lot of discipline. The money is basically every second you are wasting a cruise time, you are burning down the money. So that's a lot of pressure, especially when you are just starting as a production assistant or an assistant director. I do think that I felt that pressure, but I was pretty young. I was 22 right after getting out of engineering school, and I had all the motivation and all that rebel energy inside my existence that although I don't want to be an engineer, I would be fantastic on the set. So I would close down the roads. I would just like handle crowds of like 300, 400 people, extras in the background that they do have to act like soldiers that they are in a war, or they do have to act in a certain way as they are in a party, in the more of the narrative projects that I have done. And I do think all of them, they had shaped me to be the educator as I am right now. A lot of my classes, they are mostly a project center. We are rotating our roles. Everybody's getting a chance to be the director, to be the actor, to be the filmmaker. So we are all experiencing to a little amount to feel and learn about how we want to pursue our career here. I think that is one of the strengths of this department for sure.
Of course, yeah, definitely. Is there a particular project or moment in your career that really stands out to you, and why?
I would say, if I want to be super honest and I would just like be myself, I finished my feature film a couple of hours ago, and I finally submitted to Cannes Film Festival. So I'm pretty honored about finally bringing all these little elements together. It took me forever. I produced and directed the whole production by myself. So I'm so glad that I'm finally seeing the final project. So I think I'm living a proud moment already.
Awesome,
Thank
awesome.
you.
I love that. What caused you to choose Colorado State University Pueblo as your place of employment?
Beyond loving the mountains, I would say I loved this studio. On my first day of campus visit, I came here. I think that's a great facility, first of all. And I do think I saw a lot of potential in this program, in this building, in this college, and that is a minority serving institute. I'm coming from a minority community. So that is definitely an honor for me to teach and be engaged in this sort of mission that I do think that I can bring my understanding and experience as a minority to this place.
I still remember when you first came in here. That was very fun, learning all the cameras and everything like that.
Thank you so much.
That was very fun. I loved
you.
that day. How does teaching align with your personal and your professional goals as a filmer and educator?
I would say I had sometimes feel like there is gray area between all of these different hats I'm wearing as of educator, filmmaker. What was the third one? Educator, filmmaker, and?
It's just like a filmer and educator.
Oh yeah, so combining them is very interesting. I have been able to bring some examples of the projects that I have produced to show what does it actually take in the real field. If they want to have something similar with this bar of the quality, how could it be approachable with the amount of money they have? So somehow I'm teaching them to find a balance and understand that how they can put it together. Basically bringing your scholarship in a way that would be organically produced or find engagement in a department is also, I think it happened naturally here for me. We have great body of students. I think my projects was aligning with all of these. The provost office have been pretty supportive. The dean's office have been supportive of the projects that I have brought up to this university. So I'm living the best life as of now.
Awesome.
Thank
you. What do you love most about teaching here at CSU Pueblo?
It may sound corny, but my students. Even sitting here at this moment, not being worried like if the 3 cameras, they are in focus, if everybody is engaged, if our audio is running as we are going, if Jess upstairs is doing the right thing, you're sitting right in front of me on your last academic year here. I'm so proud of you that you pulled this project together. So pride. This is the definition of pride for me.
Definitely. It's like
being interviewed in my own class.
Yes. It's like you get a chance to relax and not have to worry about anything, right?
It's fantastic. Thank you so much for being a great student, and also a shout out to your team.
Of course. Thank you, guys. All right. When you think about your students here, what makes you most proud or hopeful for the future?
I think since we do have a little program, our program is pretty small. And I think the professors, the staff, the work studies, everybody's bonding with each other. So I do think beyond all this academic journey, what do we have to learn as media people? We are finding friends. And we are finding collaborators, and we are finding the people that we want to still go get a coffee with them, have a walk with them, talk about their next projects. So I do not think that our class ends when the class ends, and somehow we had left an impact on each other's, right now I'm getting sentimental, so hard and intellectual core, and I would say that is a core memory for sure, for all of us to produce stuff like that.
Definitely, definitely. All right. If there is anything you would like to say to the audience, what would you want to say to them for words of encouragement or inspiration?
Oh, that is a hard one. I would say it used to be my signature on my academic emails. That was, it doesn't matter if you create, if you have no fun. Tell your stories, be bold.
Awesome. That's really inspirational. And all right, that concludes our conversation with Professor Dadgar. To learn more about our department and faculty, visit csupueblo.edu or socostudentmedia.com. Thanks for tuning in. Go Pack!